Does Kevin Samuels hate black women? In my opinion, I would say yes and no. Uh, I think that maybe he has had negative experiences with black women in his personal life. Uh, I've heard that he was married and divorced twice, most likely to black women. He may have had negative experiences with black women growing up. I don't know what kind of mother he may have had, what kind of aunts, what kind of grandmothers, sisters, or even classmates he may have had in school. So many, not all, but many black men may have a list of pet peeves that they have with black women, but I believe black women will also have pet peeves with black men as well. Sometimes these pet peeves can be traumas. Uh, over time, traumas can sometimes become dysfunctional behavior or a sort of disorder for some people. If you experience in maybe anybody's case, say a black man, and he has experienced a lot of negative events in his life with black women, he may have a little animosity, a little resentment to women who resemble the ones who abused him or traumatized him in the past. I think that he can be a little bit softer with his words. I think he does come off a little harsh, but once again, he is a YouTuber. He's a content creator, and in a way that is sort of in the entertainment, category right there. So it's a form of entertainment. That's why when most women call into his show, he's usually asking for people who disagree with him. He doesn't really ask for women to call in who do agree with them because he's looking for confrontation. That confrontation is entertaining. I'm not trying to put all his whole game out there because I don't want to ruin his hustle or whatever. But that's kind of what he's doing. He's looking for confrontation because that drama is what draws people to his channel. So I guess what he says, it like I said, you can take it with a grain of salt, but that's up to you. I think at the end of the end of the day, we're all adults. Most of us are adults who are watching his channel, and it's up to you to decide to follow his advice. I think I think one of the things that kind of exposes his channel. One thing that's being exposed is I might get into a little trouble for saying this, but I think it exposes some black women of not really having a lot of direction. When these black women, when they call this show, they're looking for advice. They're looking for whatever they want a certain type of man, but from what I've seen, many of them who call the show, they don't really seem to have any real kind of strategy or plan to get what it is that they want in life. And I think that's what Kevin Samuels with his channel has really exposed, is some of our women lack direction. I'm not saying all of them, of course not all, but when you can look at Kevin Samuels, but then when you look at the callers and really listen to what they're saying, you notice that a lot of them, they don't really seem to have any real clarity of what they're doing in life in general. They just I think that's why they keep calling the show. I think in a way because they've probably listened to other relationship advice on YouTube and television. I believe that many women who call Kevin Samuels show are also big fans of Steve Harvey. A lot of them been listening to Steve Harvey, watching his shows, reading his books. What's that? Think like a man, act like a lady, whatever that's called. And some of that stuff is probably hasn't been working for them. So now they're looking for the next person. So in conclusion, does he hate black women? No, but I think that he does have a little resentment, a little, frustration. He doesn't seem to have a lot of patience. In fact, I think that um, during his YouTube career or whatever you want to call it, I think that his patience has gotten shorter. I've noticed that like the last maybe month or two, I think he's actually become even less patient with black women who call his show. But that's just my observation. You may see something else, but I don't think he ultimately hates. I don't think that's the word, but I think that he does have a little resentment. But I think that he is kind of trying to help you while also monetizing it and capitalizing. So that's it.